Hello everybody, this is Toyzaros, and for this special video showcase we're going to be looking at something that I really wish that they would do more of around the world. This is a Japanese exclusive magazine stroke book, that's why it's called a MOOC. This is, you can see right there, it says World MOOC. This is called Figure King, and the reason why I wish that other countries did this is because at the moment this is predominantly on Transformers, because this is celebrating the 40th anniversary. But if I just very quickly flick through some of the pages, it's got Star Wars in it. I'm going to be focusing loads, of course, on the Transformers pages because there is an abundance of them. There's Godzilla, there's every single thing in here that you can think of. There's, of course, Ultraman, loads of other Japanese things that I have no idea what they are, Bear Brick, Street Fighter, etc. You can see it's brilliant because what it is it's something that's physically in hand that you can look at and carry around, whereas nowadays, as you're well aware, we don't get any of this sort of stuff. A lot of all the reveals, etc., are done via fan streams and stuff, whether this is an actual physical hold in your hand MOOC. Right, and the reason why we're going to be checking out this one is because I did a bit of a feature on this earlier on in the year on my channel, but this is the actual physical thing, and this is celebrating, of course, the 40th year anniversary of Transformers. And yes, it looks like I'm going backwards, but that is, of course, how they read in Japan. So yeah, the books are backwards, the pages are backwards. I'm just going to be going through all the pictures because unfortunately I cannot translate or read Japanese. So let's see where we need to get to. Page 10. I believe that somebody has translated a few of the things. If they have, I will put links up on the in the description. So here we go. 2024 Transformers, and as I say, this magazine is called Figure King if you want to look for it yourself. So what they're peddling at the moment in Japan is they're calling it, obviously it's the 40th anniversary, same as everywhere else, but their main article is called Our Origin, and of course pretty much that's where it started, obviously as Diaclone, etc. So what we've got here is a couple of the exclusive figures that we're talking about right now. So if you're watching this video in July 2024, these are very current, just about to come out. So there is the Kuru Karakuri Rodimus figure, which is this is the first transforming version of this. We've also got, that's one of their Bingo Sports Optimus Primes, again, which is a Japanese exclusive. Moving on to something that I'm really hyped for and hope they do loads more of. This is, of course, the Missing Link. We've obviously had Convoy, which was the Japanese name for Optimus Prime, and we are, of course, now getting Bumblebee and Cliffjumper. So we've got here some great images, some great comparison shots with Optimus Prime, some comparison shots there with the original Generation 1 toy for both of these, and as I say, these are already selling on the pre-orders very, very well. Then we're moving on to some of the current figures which are out. So this is, of course, Legacy United. So we've got Leader Class Sandstorm, we've got Shard, we've got Gears, and then we've got redecos of Earthspark. And again, in Japan, they tend to do that quite a lot. So they even call them premium finish at one particular point, but they just tend to give things their own sort of paint deco, and it makes them look, I'm sure you'll agree, much, much better. That is, of course, Studio Series Swoop with Studio Series Grimlock, and of course Bumblebee movie, Shockwave, Sideswipes from the Gamer universe, and there is, of course, the concept art Sunstreaker, again, Bumblebee movie. But this is why I've got this magazine, because of course it's celebrating all of the old stuff. So we've got an actual image there of one of the old pamphlets that used to come with the figures, old first image of the first comic that came out, the advert that came out, the tech spec, Optimus Prime's original westernized packaging. Of course, it was very different. In fact, there it is. That's the Japanese packaging. And again, I've got video reviews of pretty much all of these figures on this channel, and indeed the Japanese packaging as well if you want to see them. Box art there for Optimus Prime. Again, these are all Generation 1 figures. Megatron with a stock, which is really interesting because in Japan he wasn't released with that at all. We've then got movie figures, and again, this is quite interesting because the movie came out in 1989. In Japan, they basically didn't acknowledge it until way after they'd finished their continuity of everything, which, talking of which, was the Headmasters there. And of course, these are the original figures from Generation 1, including their exclusives from the Master Force line, the Victory toy line, the Zone, Return of Convoy, and indeed Operation Combination. So that's all their specials. We then, of course, moved on to Generation 2. This is just, I suppose, a brief history in a magazine, which is great. We've got Beast Wars there, Beast Wars Neo, Beast Wars 2, or Beast Wars Again, I think it was called. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, I don't know too much about Beast Wars. Car Robots, RID, etc. And again, because this is chronologically coming along, we've got MP1, which of course their version had the longer smokestacks. It didn't have the base plate, and it was quite different, to be honest, than the Hasbro version, which came out I suppose concurrently or just afterwards, in honesty. We've now got Armada, we've now got Cybertron, and again you may notice, oh, and of course the start of alternators. And now moving on, we've got, of course, some of the movies started happening. We've got the classics line at the bottom. Again, movie 2. Reissues was that, but they started very soon after that. I think they were called the Takara Book Editions, or just the reissues. Encore, I think that's it. E-Hobby did the Encore. More alternators there. You see you've got 2007 to 2009. And then we've got Dark of the Moon, so up to 2011. Animated is there below, that's between 2010 and 2013. The original Fall of Cybertron figures from, of course, the game. And then we've got more, I suppose some of them are reissues going along with Transformers Prime. They had so many more Transformers Prime figures, Arms, Micron, etc. Loads of them. More movie, of course, it's Age of Extinction now, and then The Last Night after that. And this is, of course, the introduction now of the movie Masterpiece figures as well as the Titan figures that we know, of course, Fortress Maximus, we've got Devastator. So the Generations toy line with another animated or RID series, updated Masterpiece versions of Optimus Prime, of course, HasLab's Unicron. There, funnily enough, is some of the premium finish figures. Rise of the Beasts. There is the completed Masterpiece Raiden. And then there's some more stuff here. Don't worry, I'm going to come over. We've got the episodes of the cartoons. As I say, this proves obviously that they do read it in a different order, as in the pages are in a different way. This magazine's brilliant, guys. As I say, I love the fact it's something that you can just hold physically in your hand. There's a brilliant interview there. And I've just got a little few more pages to show you Transformers related here at the back. We've got some of the statues, which at the moment are incredible, and some of them are incredible, eye-watering prices. And then there's other, I suppose, the collaborations. We've got Bishuju figures. These, as you can imagine, are huge in Japan, with the fact, of course, it's Japanese anime orientated. Of course, same as the 3-0 figures and the YOLO Park. And indeed, yeah, there's the YOLO Park, Optimus Prime and Megatrons. And again, more of, I suppose, the way that Takara is branching out around. And this is what's really exciting. Look at that. That's an in-hand, obviously his, the creator, designer, etc. of the new Masterpiece Jinrai and Super Jinrai figure. There's definitely a link for this that's been translated, which I will put in the description for you. And again, it's talking here about the origins of Transformers and the 40-year anniversary. I'm not going to go through the rest of it, guys. I just wanted to share with you the Transformers pages in this book. It is a great book, and if you want to Google it yourself, it is Figure King Japanese MOOC number 316. There you go, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. I've got lots more Japanese exclusive books and Generations books like this to get reviews on. If you'd like to see them, I will get on with doing more of them. Take care.